never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes, tell me everything's not fine, or that people ain't happy.
Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw, what if? Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is a redo. I'm completely redoing the whole story, so I forgot a lot of parts and I didn't want to I just want to do something different. So, as this is What If Deku was Demon Lord Amadeus, Part 0. Now, I'm gonna go through some things, like normal. Let's see, this is his human form, but we're gonna worry about that later. That doesn't happen until some stuff happens. This is a new character I'll be adding, an angel. I guess I'll call her Angelus, I guess? Yeah, let's go with Angelus. That sounds, angel-like, so... I don't know what the ship is going to be in this one, so, I'll worry about that later. This is Amadeus' father, he's the current Demon Lord. We'll get into the story about that in a little bit. And this is the Demon Lord Palace. And this is Izuku's demon form, when he goes full on demon form. I was trying to find a blue demon, because, the human form has blue horns, so this is how we're going to do it. Alright. Now, as we start off our story, let's name Izuku's Amadeus' father Diablo. Because that's a, easy name to remember. So, as Diablo sitting on his throne room, I know there's not a picture of a chair, of a throne, but let's say there's a chair on top of the platform on top of that. Right about here. All the way up here, there'd be he's sitting on there. As you have, you have Izuku coming in his full demon form. His full demon form self. As he's like, son, is the preparations completed? Yes, father. The humans won't know what hit them. Good, my son. Do not fail me. Go. Take the army and destroy our enemies. The filthy humans. Now, this is small pause. This is in a other dimension. So there's this, as that. As we cut to, the angels. Not the angels just yet. As we cut to a scene where the demon, as Izuku, or Amadeus, is leading his charge. Destroy the humans. Destroy all of them. As the battle commences, as several soldiers start charging into the demon army. As we cut to the king, as he's like, sire, the army from the Demon Lord are attacking. Orders. We have soldiers out there engaging the assault. We're being overrun. As he's like, very well. I'm going out in the fray. Sir, Your Majesty, you shouldn't. Nonsense. I won't sit back and let my people get slaughtered and have me hide behind a castle wall. As Izuku, Amadeus, as the king gets out there, as Izuku looks at, looks at the king in the far distance as he smiles in his demon form, as he's like, let's get this done. As one of his generals, sir, are you sure about this? You know the angels will, the angels have been intervening in our campaign against the humans. I know. But the demon lord, Diablo, demands it. As they begin the assault, as Izuku runs down his army, just mows through these pathetic humans, as he's just walking casually through the men, as he raises his hand, as he conjures blue lightning, as it fries a whole platoon of soldiers, because they're all wearing armor, so, electricity and metal, so. As it's like a chain lightning type effect, as each soldier gets fried, as there's nothing left but, as, they all fall down, as the king unleashes his sword. Demon, he's like, demon, this is where your life ends. As Izuku, as, Amadeus. Huh. Pretty brave for a human. I admire that. No one interferes. But, young prince, orders were to annihilate all humans without prejudice, with, extreme prejudice. Enough. I want to see what this human is capable of. He has the spine to challenge me directly. Anyone interferes in this, they'll die. As Izuku walks towards the king, as he picks up, as he unites a sword. Now, pause. Okay, I'm back. Now, as the sword comes out of blue flames, as blue flames comes, forming to the sword in his hand, as he swings it, as the, blue flame starts forming into, a long length, as he swings it, as it forms into this blade. He created it through, let's do this. As he rips his hand into his chest, pulls out the sword. Yeah, let's do that way. That, make it cool. As he, scratch that, that doesn't, that would probably hurt him a little bit. So as Izuku pulls the sword out of his hand, as the sheath sticks out of his hand, as he pulls it, as all the humans see is this fire, as the blade finally forms into the solid form, as he's like, come on, king, come on, human king, let's see what you got. As Amadeus walks closely, as the king swings by, swings his blade. As Izuku parries, grabs his arm with his tail as he throws him across the battlefield as he skids. As we cut to Diablo. No, let's cut to the angels. This will be fun. As they're sitting in, like, chairs. As Angelus. Yes. Yes, dear friend. Demon Lord Diablo. He's going after the humans. Very well. I'll handle this. Angels, on to me. As they begin flight, as they're in the heavenly realm, as Angelus says, so what are we going to do, Angelus? It's simple. It's time we got rid of Diablo. He's endangered the humans way too often. This madness will stop. As we cut to, Diablo, as their big crashes heard, as, Angelus descends into the hole in the roof, as, sorry, Diablo's like, Angelus, it's been a while. Come to face your death, angel. As he gets out, as Angelus like, you shall be vanquished this day, demon. As Diablo's like, bring it. As he shoots fire at Angelus, as Angelus moves over to the right, flying, as they clash, as she's using a holy blade, as it, Angelus cuts his arm off, as she's like, as he's holding his arm, he's like, damn you, angel, you'll pay for this. As several more angels come in, as they pierce from the back of him, stabbing him, as he's like, you might defeat me this day, angel, but my bloodline will continue. As she decapitates, as she decapitates Diablo, cutting his head off. As they rain down upon the demons, the fortress, the palace is in ruin. As we cut to Izuku, as Izuku, fighting the king after he got up, being, ragdolled around like a little punk. As he's like, demon, you're quite. I didn't expect an honorable fight from a demon of all things. As Amadeus is like, I do not hate your species. I find your species quite interesting, but Father wants you dead, so I must oblige. As Izuku grabs the king and burns him alive. My apologies. Sorry about that. Oh, my alarm went off for some reason. Let's put that there. As he burns him alive, as he takes his sword and stabs him in his heart, as, the charred body is on the ground, as Izuku's like, we're done here. As Izuku opens a portal to his home, as he sees it in fire, as he sees his father dead, as Izuku, pathetic, the fool. I told him several times, going after the humans like that was suicide. The angels were only a matter of time before they took this threat seriously. Sir, what? You're alive. Of course I'm alive. I'm not an idiot like my father. As Izuku sits down, as the surviving demons in the palace, oh, they're like, oh hell, Demon Lord Amadeus. As, sir, are we going to strike the angels for this? Are we going to strike those filthy angels for this disrespect? As Izuku's like, no. I'm going to run things a little different than my father. As he sits down, we're going to focus on our race for once. As they cut off all ties with the human world, no one goes in, no one comes out. As they concentrate building their nation, as we cut to, the angels, Angelus is watching the new demon lord, as he's like, shouldn't we take out that one? No, let's see what he does. As we're going to time skip over, let's say about 20 years, as the king's daughter was born, during the time where Izuku killed her father. I don't know the name her. She's just some unknown character that I'm just going to add into it. As they're building up their forces, as there's suddenly a loud bang, sir, we're being attacked by the humans. Do not engage. What, sir? They're raiding the palace. We gotta do something, sir. As Izuku's like, silence. As they're shivering, as, they're all forced down to the ground. Everyone vacate, as, several demons try to attack as Amadeus, because they don't approve of him as a demon lord. And she's like, if you won't act, then I will. As he goes in to attack Izuku, Amadeus, as he grabs, as the demon floats in the air, he's using his magic power, as he snaps his fingers, as all the demons in the palace vaporize. As they come rushing in, as it's a hero's, a quest to kill the demon lord. As he's like, Demon Lord, your tyranny will end here for killing my father. As Izuku, has his hand on his chin, to sit on his chair. And you are human? I am princess of the... I don't know that nation, but you will pay for killing my father. Oh, you are, so you must be his heir. Fascinating. Your father was truly a worthy opponent, for a human that is. Come on. I guess we'll have to get this done, as Izuku, ignites his blade. Come, princess, face your death with honor. As she goes into blast, as they're fighting back and forth, as Izuku's just playing with her, he could kill her like instantly if he wanted to. As several of her party starts chanting some things, as he's like, magic? Seriously, human? No magic could work against me. I'm a demon. I'm a pureblood demon. As the princess is, coughing up blood, he's like, I might not be able to kill you, but I could at least do this. As she stabs herself in the heart with her sword, as Amadeus is like, what are you doing, foolish human? As, a pentagram start appearing over, Izuku. As she's like, as she's her last breath, I might not be able to fully destroy you. I could at least destroy your body. As he's as Amadeus. No! As he shoots lightning, as the ritual commences, as chains start growing, chains start popping out of the ground. It's like a shadow on the ground, as you know, they're chaining him. As he's like, die. As he's being torn to pieces. Divine judgment. It's a sacrifice spell. Divine punishment. That's what we're gonna call it. It's golden chains. As she has, I forget what she the princess is a let me think for a second. All right. I don't know what it's called. I had it in my head a second ago, but I just don't know what it was called. It was whatever. It's she's a chosen one basically when it comes down to it. I forget what you call it. It's the word where you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to even bother with it right now. As Izuku screams, "You'll pay for this, human!" As she coughs up blood, as die. As like, I avenge you, father. As she falls down. Now I'm saying because of a demon lord, because this is a new demon lord, and they've been constantly being attacked over the years. So it was a willingly sacrifice. The royal bloodline hasn't ended. There's her sister will take the throne. So there's that. So as we cut to Amadeus as he's like in a dark place. As he's like, where am I? As the dark place starts, as his spirit form gets sucked into some sort of portal, as chains start wrapping around him, as pulling him towards the portal, as like, wait, I must have my vengeance. As he gets portal through, as he's going through a different dimension. As we cut to as he goes into a UA world, as he sees a pregnant Inko and her baby. She's pregnant. He follows her for several years. Not several years, several months. As he's like, huh, she's an interesting human. I've never seen a human with that ability. What is that, magic? As they can't see him in his transparent state because he's just a soul. He doesn't have a physical body anymore. So as Inko is giving birth, as the doctors, Asashi's wondering what's wrong. As several doctors come up, we're losing it. We're losing her. As we need to cut the we need to have a C-section. As they cut her open. As the umbilical cord was wrapped around Izuku's neck. As they confirm Izuku's dead. As Inko's like, where's my baby? Where's my baby? Is my baby alright? As she's like, I'm sorry, Miss Midoriya. We lost him. As she starts crying. As that kind of shook, that kind of touched Amadeus. This human, he's intrigued. As he's like, poor child. Taken out of this world before you could even have a chance. As he places his hand on the baby. As he's like, I have no choice. As Izuku gets a thought, as he's like, I have a way. As he's like, there's a vessel right here. Just as Izuku begins chanting in his demon language, as the lights flicker, as Everyone's like, what's going on? As the lights flicker, as there's power surge everywhere, as there's blue lightning all over the room. As Izuku, as Amadeus, takes the young baby's body, as the baby, takes a breath, as, my God, he's alive. Miss, your baby's fine. And she's like, thank God. As, she takes the baby home, as the baby has, as they're like, they see the baby has horns, little horns. And she's like, does he have a quirk? As you're like, he might have a mutation quirk or something. As, they're talking as Asashi, hugs Inko. It's like, thank God. I thought I lost him, Asashi. I thought I lost him. As, she's hugging her baby as, several weeks happens and we cut to, Izuku. Now, Izuku is, we're gonna time skip as over the years his horns have grown a little bit as they take, as they go to the quirk doctor. Oh wait, as Izuku, as Izuku's in his room. Yes, mother? And she's like, it's your birthday today. And she's like, happy birthday. As she gives him a present. She's like, thank you, Mom. And she's like, he doesn't have, hero complex because, he doesn't know nothing about heroes. Not really. He's just, creating this world. So, and she's like, come on, sweetheart. We're going to go to the doctor. As Izuku's like, why, mother? And she's like, we're going to see what type of quirk you have. As Izuku's like, thinking in his head, huh. So, those special abilities, they call them quirks. Mom, how powerful is your quirk, Mom? I've only seen you use it a couple times. Oh, it's not that powerful, dear. I wasn't blessed with a powerful quirk. But maybe you will. Maybe you could be a hero. And Suzuki's like, well, what's a hero? And she's like, here. As she gives Izuku, a magazine full of heroes. As he's like, he's looking through. Interesting. Now, he's fully intelligent, even though he's 6 years old. So, there's that. As Izuku goes to the quirk doctor. Oh, Miss Midoriya, what can I do for you? Yes, my son has come of age. I was wondering if you could evaluate his quirk. Oh, yes, of course, Mrs. Midoriya. Please, sit down. As Izuku, goes through the tests, as he's like, I've never seen anything like this. He clearly, I don't know what, apparently he doesn't have a quirk, but judging by his appearance, it seemed like he does. I've never seen anything like this. He doesn't have the right appendage either. This is fascinating. As Izuku's like, as they're, curious, as they through some more tests, as he's like, he doesn't have a quirk, but he does have some sort of abilities. I've never seen anything like it. As they write it down, as he has, they think it's a mutation quirk because of his horns. Clearly, the whole appendage thing is not always 100%. I'm going to have to call some of my associates. As, they call a couple of her associates. As, several doctors come in and as they're like, ma'am, would you be happen to allow us to do more tests to your son to see what type of quirk, like what's going on? She's like, oh no, don't worry. It's just gonna be overnight. This one night. You're more than welcome to stay the whole time. As they run some tests. All right. As Izuku's like, oh, I guess I gotta show him something. As he shows him a little bit electricity charge. It's like amazing. It's like you must have some sort of electricity quirk. Doesn't make no sense with the horns, but as they write it down. So they basically write his down electricity just for a cover. So he had to do something. So as Inko's happy, I said, "Come on, sweetie, let's get you home." As they go home, as we cut to we're gonna time skip again. As Izuku, hits first. No, let's do this. As Izuku, we're gonna time skip. So he's like about let's say he was 5 or 6 when he got his evaluated. So he would be 8. So Izuku and Inko, are going to the store. She's going to the store. As, dear, I'm going to pick some groceries. Why don't you go look at the magazines? As, Izuku goes off his own. Just as he heard a loud bang, like a gunshot. Everyone, hands up. Give me the money, or this woman dies. As he has Inko, a gun to her head. As Izuku sees this, as he's visibly, upset. He's kind of got a little bit attached to his human mother. As Izuku, walks up, release my mom. As a kid, shut up and get over here. As one of the guards try to grab Izuku, as he fries him with electricity, as he blasts him a little bit, as he goes flying, as Izuku, as Izuku grabs the gun, he rushes over there, grabs the gun from the dude's hand. Without him, he wasn't paying attention as he was looking at the dude that just got flown across the room. As Izuku's on top of one of what do they call it? The shelves in the store has all the merchandise. As he jumps down, grabs the dude on his back, as he fries his head. As he did a shock therapy. As he falls down the ground. As Inko she's breathing heavy. Mom, are you alright? As she, thank God you're alright. As she goes and hugs Inko, as several heroes bust in as they, what's going on? As she explains, as they're like, now, young man, you shouldn't be using your quirk in public. As he goes, I would rather. Are you serious? You would rather have my mom die than not break a simple, stupid law? Stupid hero. Come on, Mom. As she drags her off. I'm not done talking to you. As Izuku, looks at him like dead in the eye. Don't push it. Or you get the same fate. As, he walks off. As, come on, man. He's just a kid. He's only like 9, 8 the most. Give the kid a break. He was just protecting his mom. I know, but there's rules. Yes, I know there's rules, man, but come on. It's self-defense. Whatever, man. Let's get back on our patrol. As they're unknown, heroes. As we skip to, first day in middle school. And we're going to stop it there. Because I don't know what school you know what? Let's give me. Okay. For now, we're going to put him in Bakugo school. But judging by what ship I do, I might change his school. So, let's do it. As you know, it's the first day in middle school. As he's late. As you know, Inko's like, sweetheart, you're late for your first day in middle school. As he looks like in the picture, in the thumbnail, his human form, but he's a little bit younger, so you know. And like a normal, UI doesn't happen till college, so we got plenty of time. So I could add some cool stuff in here later on, but you know, let's get this down to it. Yes, mom, I'm about ready. As he gets ready, as Inko, you know, drives him, drops him off. It's like, all right, sweetie, you have a good day. As she kisses him on the forehead, as she's like, be careful with your horns, dear. Get out of the car. We don't want you to puncture the. we don't want you to break. We don't want you to break the window again. It's like, yeah, mom, sorry about that. It's like, it's okay, sweetheart. As you know, she drives off. As he gets to school, as you know, he's a couple hours late. As you know, he walks in class. Oh, you are, young man? I'm Izuku Midoriya. As you know, oh, Izuku. See, you're a little late on your first day, but that's fine. Just make sure you're on time from now on. Yes, yes, ma'am. Now, introduce yourself. And he's like, I'm Izuku Midoriya. As they're like, what's your quirk? What's your quirk? As you know, everyone's asking what his quirk was. Because they find his appearance, you know, interesting. Blue horns and everything like that. So he's like, my quirk is, part mutation and electricity. I really don't understand it myself, but as you know, Bakugo's like, huh, your quirk's nothing compared to mine. As you know, Izuku noticed that. Now, Izuku doesn't know Bakugo whatsoever. Inko and Mitsuki are friends, but every time Inko try to ask Izuku to go for a play date, he refused because he has no interest in other people. So, you know, there's that. As the day progresses, as he sees, you know, he's walking out as, you know, with his book bag. As he sees Bakugo picking on, you know, one of those younger students as he's about to explode him. Her. Some, you know, girl. As, you know, as his hand stops, as he squeezes it, as Bakugo, you know, what are you doing, man? As he's like, you seriously was going to attack this defenseless girl? Especially your own team. Why would you do such a thing? It's like, the girl is quirkless. She's nothing. If you were smart, I suggest you mind your own business. As Izuku places his hand on Bakugo's chest, as he barely pushes him, as he goes flying into a tree. As you know, Bakugo's not knocked out, but he's pissed. As Izuku's like, "Are you alright?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." As she, you know, she's crying. As Izuku, you know, takes a handkerchief, wipes her tears. Like, don't cry over an idiot like that. Why don't you go, you know? Why don't you, you know? Why don't you bail out of here? You know, I'll handle this. And she's like, "Are you sure? He's really powerful." As you know, I've Bakugo's always, you know, he has a powerful quirk. As Bakugo comes rushing through, he's like, "Don't worry." As you know, Bakugo's throwing some punches at Izuku. As I don't know what your deal is, punk, but you're dead. As Bakugo goes into explosion, as Izuku, you know, gets hit by it, as he, you know, flies into you know, flies as Bakugo hits him with a, you know, minor explosion as he goes flying. As he lands on his feet, skidding across the ground, as Izuku is like, you're gonna regret that. As Izuku rushes Bakugo, as Izuku throws lightning at him, some blue lightning, as Bakugo gets hit, as there's been a lot of explosion and a lot of zappy noise as Bakugo and Izuku are going back and forth. As Bakugo's like, huh, not bad, loser. How about this? As the teacher's like, Bakugo, Midoriya, enough. You're coming with to the principal office. As, their parents, get called in. As, Ingo's like, what's... As Ingo's like, what's going on? Apparently I found your son and young Bakugo here, fighting with their quirks of all things, on his first day. On their both first day. As the teacher's trying to lecture Izuku, as Izuku, I only engaged his hot head because he was picking on a girl. Was about to explode her in her face. That's because she didn't have a quirk. I simply was just only protecting her from this idiot. As Bakugo was like, whatever, the girl's a loser. As Mitsuki slaps him back ahead, behave yourself. I'm sorry, Inko, my boy is an idiot. I'll be talking, we'll be discussing severe punishment when we get home. As Bakugo gulps. Yes, Mom. As, he's scared. As he pulls her out. As Inko's like, sweetheart, I know what you did. I'm not mad at you, but you need to find a better way to handle this stuff. As he's like, understood, mother. We're going to have to expel both little boys, so... As they expel Izuku, as he's not expelled, but expend. They suspend him for a couple days. We don't tolerate, violence in the school. And apparently we're going to have to keep an eye on Bach, the young man. We're going to have to keep an eye on that one, as he's referring to Bakugo, Koski. Young Bakugo. He has a history of picking on kids. So we'll be keeping an eye on him too. I suggest you don't start fights again. I don't come. Izuku's like, as long as no one picks on anyone. If I see it happen again, I will engage again. That's to be my make myself clear. Sir. As he walks off. As the principal's like, why did I become a principal? I hate kids. Yes, that will happen. So we're going to probably stop it there. So I hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. This is part 0, and I'll release more parts on, Thursday. So, catch you guys later. All right, bye.